Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today I'll show you a quick and easy way how to adjust the valves on a Briggs&Stratton single cylinder 33 cubic inch engine. They'd be the same as a 31 cubic inch engine. So I'll show you some basic steps so you can adjust your valves on your engine. So hope you enjoy the video. Okay, well first of all, you don't need to take the motor out. You can leave the motor in your lawnmower. And I'm going to take the top shroud off, and you don't need to take the shroud off. I just want to show you some stuff under here when we're doing this process, so it's a lot easier to understand. Go ahead and take the air filter out. The little 1/4 inch screw right here. And there's 4 3/8 bolts, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. The reason I took this off is where this magnet is on the flywheel. And then when it gets to your coil, that's top dead center. Or you could, we're going to take the spark plug out anyway, but you can stick something in there. And that's how you find top dead center too. Well, the first thing you gotta do, you gotta take the plug out. So it takes all the compression out of there, so it's easy to spin the motor and stuff. Okay, now we can go ahead and take the valve cover off, and them are 3/8 also. On the newer ones, they're glued on. The older ones have gaskets on them, but the newer ones are glued on there. So we're gonna need a screwdriver to pry it off, and you kind of got to be careful so you don't bend up the valve cover, else it's not going to seal right when you put it back together again. But try breaking it loose on the corners. Don't try doing it like in the center and stuff, because that way it could bend it. And you can see this one here. That's why it don't run the push rod. It is broke. On the exhaust, that's steel, but on the intakes, they use aluminum. And you can see it was wearing down, and it got to the point where it got so skinny it just ended up breaking. So we're gonna put a new push rod in there, and the tappet is missing too. Usually they're laying down here, so we're gonna have to find the magnet and make sure it's not in here. But I'll show you one of them little tappets. It goes on the end of the stem of the valve. Here's one of these little, I call them like little tappets. With this little right there, that center, that's what goes on the valve stem, and this side here rubs on the lifter. So you got to make sure. Yeah, it pops on there like that. But I'm gonna try digging around there, try finding the old one. Oh my gosh, a new pusher out here. So we need a little Torx, and I think these are 5/8. Show you on the spark plug here. You can stick a screwdriver in here, and as you turn the flywheel, it's top dead center. So let me grab a wrench and a Torx. Well, you can do all this without taking the cover off, or you're taking it out of the lawnmower. Just this way, it's a lot easier to show you. But anyways, to adjust it, this is a T20. Loosen that up and turn that to tighten it or loosen it. And when you get it set, we tighten that back up. But let me get that other push rod put in there. I'm gonna grab a light, see if I can't spot this tappet that's in there. Okay, I looked at it. Looks like it went out the exhaust chamber. It's probably either, well, it has to be in the muffler because there's no holes on the outside. So it's probably stuck in here. So anyways, let's get our new push rod put in there. And see how it's moving. So you got it against the lifter on the cam. So you know that's put in there right. So let's go ahead and loosen that up. Put that on there. On the valve stem. Okay, we'll set it right there. Now I'm gonna grab the feeler gauges. Let's see now. See how they're both working now? I thought the valves might have been out of adjustment, but push rod broke. Well, that's working good now. And then these are 4 cycles. So when you turn it, the piston's going down and it pushes the intake valve, pushes it in, so it allows the fuel air mixture to go in the cylinder. And it's going to come back up. And then when it gets up on top dead center, it fires. Start over. It's letting the gas in. And then the exhaust valve gets pushed in. It's letting the exhaust out. And it starts all over again. So it's actually top dead center twice, but we want it on the firing side. Okay, on the single cylinder Briggs, they say on the intake is 3 to 5, 0.003 to 0.005, and the exhaust is 0.005 to 007. Oh, where's it going to go in the middle? The intake's going to be 4, and the exhaust is going to be 6. Oh, I got my two filler gauges out here. One's 0.004, the other one's 0.006. Okay, I'm going to go up and down till you kind of get some resistance. So don't move this nut. Get it to where you want it. Grab your 5/8 wrench. And don't turn it or nothing. Just go in here and tighten that little torque set screw in there. And it tightens that up. So let's just double check it. So let's do, I screwed up. This is a exhaust on the top. Sorry about that. Kind of getting ahead of myself here. Okay, so this is the exhaust, and this is the intake. So on the intake, it's between 3 and 5. We're just going to go to 4. Just kind of, so you get some resistance, and try not moving that nut. And tighten that torque set screw. And the exhaust is between 0.005 and 0.007. We're going to go 0.006. Just turn this nut till you get a little bit of resistance on that. Don't move that. Sometimes it'll move a little bit, so you have to reset it. We had it moved a little bit. It's a little bit too tight. Tighten that set screw. And there we go. Spin around a few times and we can just check it again. And there we go. So thought it was a valve adjustment problem, but ended up being a broken push rod. But showed you how to adjust these, make sure they're set right. So I'll go ahead and put it back together again. And when you put it back together again, on these ones that are glued on there, let's put on some of that gasket sealant. Put it on there. And on these here on the Briggs, the model number, the first 2 numbers, that's your cubic inch. That's a 33, so it's a 33 cubic inch. Right now, that's the most popular motor out there, like on the 46-inch decks and stuff. I think like on the 38 and 42-inch decks, I think there might be still using like a 31 cubic inch. But right now, the 33s are right now the most popular single-cylinder Briggs they have out there. So anyways, glue that on there and put it on there. Put a new plug in there, and you're ready to go. Oh, I hope this video helped you out. I appreciate you watching. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please subscribe. Anyway, you guys have a good afternoon.